Andy Jones Wilkins. Andy Jones Wilkins from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Welcome.
Formerly Ketchum, Idaho, Bay Area, Phoenix, and Philadelphia. Thrilled to be here. Wish I was running. Although knowing that on this panel we have the Western States course record holder, one of the few people to ever run down Pikes Peak faster than Matt Carpenter, a Barkley finisher, and I think long trail course record holder, am I right on that? And a variety of other dignitaries. I'm glad I'm not running, and I'll be out tweeting and playing in the rain with everybody else. But I thought we might start with a little bit of commentary from some of you. There's been a little bit of chatter about the course. You know, in my opinion, well, we'll leave my opinion to other sources, but this race is going to be a true test. If I'm not mistaken, we've got a fair amount of road, we've got a fair amount of hills, we've got some gnarly East Coast rocks, we've got some ups and downs and some sticky, nasty stuff. How have some of you prepared for that? We'll start with the long trail Barkley finisher guy.
Well, originally my plans were this summer to run, to go out and chase Brett Mounty's John Muir Trail speed record. And that fell through just basically because of the record snowfall. And then my wife and I moved from Pennsylvania out to Washington, and so I was training for this, and kind of the races were falling out and didn't know what I was going to do. And Scott McCougar called and said, hey, you want to go to Virginia and run Uroc? So that's what I did. That's how I got here. And so I didn't necessarily train for Uroc. It was all my training has been geared towards going after the John Muir speed trail record, and you know, running 53 miles a day. That was the goal. So
so basically, since you didn't do that, you're here to win. All right. Now down here we have a couple of guys. Last year's Ultra Running Magazine Ultra Runner of the Year, and at least from my perspective, which counts as very little, the front runner for this year's Ultra Runner of the Year award. And so let's hear from Jeff Rose, Western States course record holder, 2010 and 2009 Ultra Runner of the Year. Your thoughts on this course, and why you're here after you're really supposed to be taking a break.
I mean, the course, I don't pay attention to what courses are like. I found out today what the course is like. But I'm excited. I'll figure out tomorrow how to run this particular course, I think. And yeah, I was going to take a long break. I emailed Gil a little bit after UTMB last month and said, I can't do it. I need a long break. And I took 10 days off and started running again. And it took me about 50 feet of running where I was like, maybe I want to do Uroc still. And then it just kind of slowly came together, and now I'm here.
All right, thank you, Jeff. And you've had success here in the Virginia Hills. Dave, thoughts on the course?
I'm actually excited for it. Something different. I've run in Virginia a couple times, like the Mountain Masochist, and this course is different than that. Way more vertical, and obviously there's more roads, but I'm actually excited for the roads because it's going to be hilly, and I love hills. And I think because my footwear, I actually look forward to the pavement a lot. I want to see how well it treats my legs.
And I have one comment on this guy. So I just have to
You mean
say
about the moon boots?
the moon boots. This is one interesting man. I have to say, you got to really get to know Dave to really appreciate Dave. So he is in school currently to be medical school physician assistant program, that sort of thing. So he and I got to be friends over the internet, and my background, believe it or not, is in biology too, cardiovascular. We have been going back and forth for the last month asking each other cardiovascular physiology questions over the internet. So anybody that thinks these aren't smart people who also run ultra distances, you need to get to know some of these.
Matt, 222, thoughts on the course?
I would say I agree with Scott. I think it's going to be interesting because it's Scott, right? Okay, just Matt.
In ultra running, when in doubt, their name's Scott.
No, it's fun.
Cougar, eat your egg.
And I think, you know, some of the higher races in Colorado and Utah and stuff can be a challenge for people from sea level, so that's not an issue here either. So yeah, it really is a good mix for everybody, no matter what your discipline or background or where you live, can come and try to be competitive. So look forward to it.
And is this uncharted territory for you?
Not exactly. I did well, actually 100K is, yes. I did a 50 miler last weekend though, and they went well. So,
Everybody get that? That was the weekend before now.
yeah,
All right.
feeling good.
Tapered in, ready to roll. Because I imagine you went slowly. What was your 50-mile time in that 50-miler last weekend?
5:59 or 6 hours flat. I'm not sure. Official.
And away. John Allen, South Carolina, by way of Logan, Utah. 4 50-milers this year. Hang on, no. John Allen. 5 trail races this year, hasn't yet lost.
With the DNF.
Oh, sorry. A what? 5 wins and a DNF. So they are basically canceled out. So you gonna win tomorrow?
There's a lot of competition there, so I wouldn't, I think everyone here is going to go out and do their best. So we'll see what happens.
Whoa, Jonathan, your publicist has trained you well. Come on, man. You laid it out in the interview. You going out hard?
I'm going to go out what I think I can sustain for 100K.
Gil, come on, man.
Hey, I'm recovering. You know, I haven't had much sleep this week.
Jeremy, my first interview today. Thoughts going into tomorrow? You gonna hang with Jonathan? You've lost a race this year, haven't you? He beat you, but no
I
DNFs.
passed him at Old Dominion when he was suffering.
And that's why you dropped.
I told him to keep going, but no, it should be fun. There's a lot of talent here, and I've done well in my Virginia races. I've done Belmonte this year, MMT and Old Dominion, so it's been a 4th Virginia race, so should be fun.
Marathon PR.
I've never really trained to run a fast marathon.
There's a trend emerging. Be interesting. We'll have to run the results with marathon PRs versus how they end up doing it. Eric and I go back a long way. Eric, what advice would you have for the youngins here in the panel and the young, you know, Mr. just got out of college, could be our kid, Michael over there. What advice would you have for the youngins going into this race tomorrow?
What I'd like to say about the race is that it has something to hurt everybody. Everybody else is talking about how much fun it's going to be, the variety. I'm thinking, you know, for the technical guys, it's got the road to pound them into submission, and for the fast guys, it's got the brutal climbs and the you know, rocks and the water and the mud. So I think there's going to be something just to put just about everybody down. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, on that note, putting everybody down, we'll move along. Now, first of all, let's give everybody a big round of applause.